evening, everyone. I am so happy to be here with you all for a second episode of the West Garfield Park Youth Council show, where we just let you guys know what's going on in the community, what the young people are thinking, and to just, educate you guys on our youth council and what we have to offer and all of our resources. So my name is Hinisha Malone, and I am the Vice President of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, which is what I want to educate you guys on today. And we believe that we are the solution to the issues in our community. Our theme is Nothing With Us, Without Us. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is sponsored by Fathers Who Care, which is a nonprofit organization located on the west side of Chicago within the West Garfield Park community. So that is where we have a lot of our services and a lot of our events happen. Again, everyone, my name is Hinisha Malone, and I am the Vice President of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is comprised of young people from our community, whose focus and concern is youth leadership and a voice within the community to reduce senseless violence and illegal substance use. We invite people from all over, especially young people, to come in and see what we are all about, because we love to just spread all of this knowledge on the young people, because we want you all to know that you are the future leaders in this world. So we want to give you all the resources that we can, educate you on what's going on in the community, and just let you know that you have people on your side to help you grow as a person and as a citizen in Chicago. Our show will be scheduled every Thursday at 7 p.m. Again, that is every Thursday at 7 p.m. Our shows can also be viewed online at www.cantv.org/live. Again, that website is www.cantv.org. I'm sorry. The dots was just,
okay.
all the dots was throwing me off.
I always do that. I get mixed up with them.
Yeah.
Saying
It's like www.cantv. It was just throw me off. Okay, well, everyone, I would love to introduce my guest for today. This is Vernisha Jones, and she is the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. And this is our second episode together on the West Garfield Park Youth Council show. So thank you for being a guest on tonight's show.
No problem.
Again, everyone, my name is Hinisha Malone, and I am the vice president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. You are watching a live interactive call-in television program brought to you by CanTV 21. During the next 25 minutes, we are going to discuss young people addressing what they feel it takes to be successful in the state of mental health. So today's topic again is young people addressing what they feel it takes to be successful in the state of mental health. And now I just have a few questions for you. So who are you, and why are you so passionate in the work that you do?
So I'm Vernisha Jones. If anybody don't know, I work with Fathers Who Care and West Garfield Park Youth Council as a youth mentor, assistant. Like, I literally have a lot of titles that I go by. And I'm so passionate in the work that I do because I feel as though I was given certain opportunities as I was growing up, and I feel like if I was given them certain opportunities, I feel like I should give the same opportunities to younger people that don't have.
Right.
People in their corner telling them what to do, what's the right thing to do, and stuff like that. So I feel as though I should give back. So that's my main purpose for doing the work that I do, giving back.
Mm-hmm. So what does success mean to you?
I feel like success means, success has a broad meaning. It can mean something different to everybody. I feel like success could be you completing school. That could be successful to you. Success could be you reaching a goal that you had in mind for a week. So I feel like success could mean all types of things. And to me, I feel like it means all different type of things. 1 minute successful could be me completing high school. I completed high school. Successful could be me getting my dream job. Success is me being able to help young people. So I feel like success means, everybody has their own meaning, but I feel like that's like, I use it in different terms. Like, it's not just a broad statement for me.
Yeah,
I agree. What you feel like?
I believe that success, what is it? I don't really think success has I think success just means
meaning.
Yeah, I think it just means to accomplish a goal. So accomplishing anything can be successful. People be like, oh, you're not successful until you make it to the NBA. Yeah, that's successful, but I feel like for certain people, success can be different things. It could be oh,
because what if I don't want to go to the NBA?
Exactly.
What if I just want to be in the minor leagues?
Exactly. It's then that's successful. If I want to be in a G League and you make it, oh my God, I'm successful in that because you were able to accomplish this goal that you set out for yourself. A goal could be, I was successful in making it to school today, like without anything happening to me, because there are a few people who weren't able to say that. And I just feel like us like appreciating the little stuff and not feeling like the only thing that we should appreciate is like the big things that can happen in the future. I feel like we should be more present and like appreciate the stuff that's happening right now and the stuff that we're able to do, because a lot of people aren't able to do it. So I feel like we can be successful in a lot of stuff, but it doesn't just mean like to be rich. Like that's not all that success means. And to be rich it doesn't have to only be monetary. It could be like you rich in like family. I have a lot of family. I have a lot of support. I'm rich in that area. I feel like I'm rich. Rich does not only have to mean like monetary. I feel like that's been highlighted to where it's like, oh, I'm only rich if I have a lot of money. But like you can be rich and have a lot of support. Like, oh, I have a whole lot of support, people that's behind me, people that I can talk to. Or, oh, I have a lot of water. I'm rich in that. Like, you could be rich in anything that you want. It's just, rich is just having a lot of something, but not only a lot of money. So I feel like we should all just appreciate the stuff that we do have and stop trying to be like, oh, well, they have money and fame. I wish I had that. Like, that's not the only goal, everyone. Okay, so what does it take to be successful?
What does it take to be successful?
I like this question.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
What does it take to be successful? I feel as though reaching goals, setting aside, and like I said at first, as far as goals, a good thing is to make short-term goals and meet them versus making long-term goals and meeting them. So I feel like you said what does it take to be successful? I feel like that's one of the main things it takes. Goals, having supportive people around you. I feel like that's another one of the main things.
Yeah.
The people you have around you can defer your success or help your success. So I feel like that's one of the major things is the people you have around you and meeting certain particular goals.
Yeah, I agree. To be successful, I just think it takes drive. Like, I feel like it takes, like, the will to know that you can do whatever it is you have set out to do, but you just have to, like, want it enough to actually take those steps to actually do it. Like, anybody can say, oh, yeah, I want to do, like, anything. Oh, I want to be a doctor. Boom. Like, let's use that for example. Like, anybody could say that, but it's like, do you have the will to actually go to school and study and then create a good sleeping schedule so that you can be up for school on time? Like, stuff like that. Like, are you going to take those steps to actually get there? So I feel like it takes drive and it takes discipline to be successful, because you have to, like, you just have to, like,
you gotta know
like,
that you really want that.
Yeah, like yes, that's what it is.
Because it's
you
just like losing weight.
You want it. Yeah,
losing weight.
Too.
You can keep saying you want to lose weight, you want to lose weight, you want to lose weight, and yeah, you want to lose weight. But if you don't want to put the work in to lose weight, it's not gonna happen. And to make it successful, it gotta get to a point where it's like you know that it's something that you're gonna do because it's something that you want to do, not just for the appearance, but for your health and all that. It's something that you want to do.
Exactly.
So yeah, I definitely get what you're saying.
I agree with that as well. So do you feel that it is a time frame on success?
No, because I see people that don't become I guess a time frame on success. The success I'm looking at is as far as career wise, what I'm finna say something about. But I see people that don't make it until they're 40, and then you have people that make it when they're 19. So. No, I don't feel like it's a time frame. I feel like everybody have a different path of life, you know. So it's all about when you ready to make that change and when you ready to, do something different in your life. So, no. Do you feel like it is?
I don't feel like it is. I feel like what you said, everybody's path and everybody's, like their time frames are different. It's not going to be like, everybody make it when they 30. That's the age when everybody make it. It's not like that. Nothing is set in stone like that. Anybody can make it like at any time. It's kids that make it at 5 years old. They got YouTube channels. They be popping like young. It's really no time frame. It's just like what is being set in place for you to get there, and then when you're older to make your own decisions, what are you putting in place for yourself to actually get there? If you want to wait and you be like, okay, I just want to finish school, and that's success. So I don't feel like it's a timeline on success, but it's just like, what do you want and when do you want to go get it?
Yeah. So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
For the younger generation, because if everybody don't know, she's 18, I'm 27, so she would be more considered the youngest generation.
Yeah.
What do you feel is the biggest challenge for young people when it comes to success?
I think that the biggest challenge right now is trying to finish high school, honestly. Because I know there's a lot of students, like, when we be at school, they be saying how, like, they don't want to be there, like, a D is passing, so they'll be like, oh, whatever, like, I'm passing with a D.
As long as you get bare minimum.
Yeah, like, as long, they actually only focus on the bare minimum. They don't really try to exceed, because I actually don't feel like the expectations are to succeed. It's just like, oh, yeah, you get a D and you pass. But it's like, oh no, I feel like that's what's put in place for them to see. So it's like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Like they say, I can get a D and pass. I'm gonna get a D and pass. So I feel like that. I feel like the stuff that we being like, the stuff that we getting used to, and stuff like that. So it's like we really not like creating we're not preparing to be successful. And it's like we taking whatever people give us. Like I know that a D is passing, but I'm not just gonna get a D and passing. But like it's some students who gonna be like they gonna go do that. So I feel like when they be in schools, it feel like suffocating for them, and they don't really feel like doing the work. Or it's like they have to deal with school on top of their mental health, on top of their social life, on top of trying to like get into colleges, especially like senior year. Like it's really tough trying to manage being a person, like, and it's just hard trying to get through high school, like at certain times. So I feel like that's one of the things that like stop us. But I don't feel like you have to like, oh yeah, if you don't finish high school, you're not gonna be successful. Like I'm not saying that, because it's like a lot of ways where people can be successful in a lot of ways. But I feel like the education is important, so I feel like we should be able to finish high school. But I feel like it has to be stuff in place for us to actually want that. Like if it was like, oh, you get a B and you pass it, I feel like students will work harder to actually get it done. But since it's only a D, we only like the young people only strive for like the bare minimum. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why.
So what else? Is it anything else?
Like what? That's
a challenge. Like to be successful. Something that you feel like hinders a person from success. As a young person that you see going on. I know what I'm thinking, but I'm trying to see if it's something that you
something that's hindering young people from success.
Yes. Like something that you notice with young people on a regular
probably like the people around them and like the drugs that's like being that's being like dispersed like around the community. I think like alcohol, like it's super prevalent for like a 15-year-old to just like drink liquor. Like I don't really feel like that's normal, but at the same time I don't know that person's situation. Like you never know why a person wants to do something until you actually talk to them. So you can't really think, oh my God, 15 and drinking liquor, like that's crazy. Like that actually is crazy to me because I never seen it before. But I can't really judge that person personally because you really never know why a person did that. But when people start to like drink liquor or smoke weed like almost every day or take certain pills, opioids, heroin, stuff like that, I feel like that hinders their success because they're starting to get addicted to something. And when they don't have that, they feel like they're out of place. They don't feel like they're self anymore until they get that again. So I feel like having these addictions to like liquor, drugs, pills, like stuff like that, I feel like that's hindering the success of like the young people because they have like their priorities is kind of like out of whack when they have these addictions. It's like, oh, I need to go get some weed instead of, oh, I need to get this work done. You know, like I don't feel like their priorities really be there. Or like when they be in school, they be ready to get out of school just so they can go smoke. Yeah, so I feel like that's something else that's hindering the success of young people and how it like messes up your brain chemistry and stuff like that when you smoke weed and when you drink liquor at a young age while your brain is not fully processed yet. That stuff affects you also, and I feel like it like I don't really feel like it helps us in the best way. So that's definitely something that hinders the success in young people.
And I said that because as of now, like right now, I work in different schools where I'm working with young people between the ages of starting at 12 going up to 24, but you know high school is going up to like 17, 18. And that's some of the stuff, like we have real deep down conversations with the young people, and it's just like the certain stuff that you hear them talk about is like certain stuff where it's like they don't think nothing is wrong with it. You have some that realize that it's not what they're supposed to do, but then you have some where they don't feel like nothing is wrong with it. And so I try to talk to certain young people and, you know, understand. For one, I try to understand where they're coming from. Like she said, you never know what somebody is going through. You never know what's going on in their household. So you can't really come out back and judge a person or just tell a person, like, you need to stop doing that. You have to understand where they're coming from and try to find a way for them, another way for them to cope. And that's the main thing. Like, you can't just tell a person stop. You got to find another way for them to cope what's going on at home or what's going on outside of them school doors. And so I wanted her to say that because that's one of the major things. I don't want to go in detail, but that's one of the major things I hear in high schools and I see in high schools.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a big thing that's hindering success. And these young people, they don't know that. And, a lot of young people nowadays, they feel like they know too much, and so they mindset is, well, I see this person doing it and they successful. I see this person doing it and they successful. And guess what? Most of the people that's doing it was successful before they did it. It comes down the line. They were successful before they did. And most of the people they be talking about is rappers and, stuff like that. So these are people that's entertaining this stuff on social media and they're already where they want to be in life for the most part. So it's like you can't, and that's another thing. I get tired that young people look at these people on social media and that's how they expect their lives to be, or that's how they want their lives to be. And it's like, we need, we need better role models, and we have better role models, but these kids need to see these better role models.
Yeah,
if that
I
makes
agree.
sense.
Because I feel like we see, I feel like young, specifically young black boys, I feel like they always see these rappers and they be like, oh yeah, I want to be a rapper. Like, it be
he
like,
got a nice car, he got all the girls.
Yeah, he got chains on, he got money, that's what I want to do. And I feel like that's kind of, I don't think it's a bad thing because I think that it's good to express.
It's an artist. You're an
artist. It's art. I feel like it's good to express. People be like, oh, it's just gang bang. But it's like if that was somebody's life, they expressing their life and what they went through music. So that I feel like that's a coping skill. That's a way to cope. Mm-hmm. Making music like that. I don't feel like it's always just bad. But if that was your life, you telling your life through music, even if it was harsh, it went like that for you, that's your music. That's your music will be a product of how you grew up or what you went through.
Yep.
So it's okay, that's good. We can have artists and stuff, but it's if all of the boys feel like, oh yeah, music, we gonna all be rappers, then I don't feel like they actually find their passion, because I don't feel like everybody's passion and everybody's path in life is to be rappers. Yeah.
It's music.
Yeah, it's not always just music. Everybody, all the black boys, it's just not oh, you have to be a rapper or you have to be in the NBA, you have to be that's not.
And a lot of kids don't look outside of that.
Yeah, they don't look outside of that because it's that's the only thing that they see. If they don't see nothing else, they don't know nothing else. So I feel like we have to just present them with other role models, show them oh yeah, you can be a lawyer, you can be a doctor, but there's nothing wrong with trying to be an NBA player or a rapper if that's what you really want to do. But I feel like a lot of us I feel like a lot of them do it because it's what they see and it's what they know. They don't really want to do it.
You don't see too many doctors.
It's oh, they got money, so I want to do that. But it's we want them to actually have these options so they can see okay, I see what a doctor is, but I think I really want to do music. Okay, yeah, do that. But it's oh, I see a doctor. I feel like I'm more drawn to that. Then you could actually go where you need to go and fulfill those goals. But it's I feel like we need to just see more stuff.
I definitely agree. And speaking of that, before you go to the next question, speaking of that, because I see we getting down to the nitty-gritty, it's going by pretty fast.
Yeah, it is.
I want to quickly discuss our youth council that we have over at Fathers Who Care. Yes. We have 2 programs going on right now. We have a program called The Drop-In, where we have young people come to the office Monday through Friday between the hours of 3 to 6, where you could come in the office for any type of support. If you want someone to talk to, if you need to come in and use the computer, if you need to just come in just to have a safe space. We have this open from ages 12 to 24 where you can just come in for a safe space. We also have a program called Impact Identities, which is a program that's a more detailed program where we have this program on Tuesdays and Thursdays for ages 12 through 24 as well, where they come in and we do actual workshops. We go over different things that's going on in life, talk about things that's going on in life, do job readiness. And so that's another program that we have ages 12 to 24, like I stated. And you could contact us, and we're on the west side of Chicago as well, and you can contact us at 773-287-5821. Again, that number is 773-287-5821. I love that.
Okay, so Mental Health Awareness Month is coming up in May. So how do you feel about mental health, and what is mental health to you?
How do I feel about mental health? I feel like it's unfortunate, but at the same time, I don't feel like it's unfortunate. I feel like, mental health, I feel like it's unfortunate, but at the same time, I don't feel like it's unfortunate. Mm-hmm. I feel like it causes a person to have sometimes more difficult time in life, if that makes any sense. But at the same time, I feel like it could be a plus, you know. And
Yes,
to me, mental health, I feel like it's a what do I think mental health? You said what is mental health?
Yeah, what is mental health to you? Like, what does that look
It's a
like?
state of mental wellness. And I just feel as though, like I said, I feel like it's something that people go through, but at the same time, I don't feel like it's something that can affect your life. You know, I feel like as long as you don't make it affect your life, I feel like it's not nothing that could affect your life. If that makes sense.
I agree. I feel like mental health, like, it's a state of like your wellness and like how you're doing mentally, but I don't feel like it has to affect your life unless you like unless
you allow
like,
it to control your mind.
Yeah, unless you allow it to, like, it's like you can go through something and like you can like, okay, I'm gonna deal with
and you get
right
the proper help as well.
Yeah,
that's a major thing, getting the proper help, because I can't say that it won't affect you if you don't know what's going on with you and you not actually seeing professionals to get the help. So that's another thing too. So I don't want to just say it don't, you know, because you know some people it might bother them, but I feel like if it's bothering you, is you probably not getting the proper help as well.
So yeah, I feel like mental health is like basically like the mental wellness. I feel like when she said it's like it could be fortunate and unfortunate, I feel like a lot of people go through stuff and then they go through these things, but it's actually a lesson for them. Like, it's actually a lesson in life or something that God has put in place for you to actually overcome so that you could become like a better person. Like, you have to, it's like it's always stuff in life that's put in place for you, and you have to overcome these barriers so that you could become a person, or you could grow beyond these, so that in the future you know how to handle it, or you know how to go about certain situations because you already dealt with it. In the moment, it's like it feels horrible, like it feels bad, but it's like once you overcome that, it's like, okay, I see what that taught me. I see what I do differently now that I actually went through this. So it's like mental health is bad, but I feel like I don't feel like mental health is bad or good. I don't feel like it's bad or good. I feel like it's just like,
it's something you can't control
right now. Yeah, you can't really control.
It's something you can't control, but it's just about how you go about it in the long run.
Yeah.
You know?
So we kind of cutting some questions because we kind of long time right now. So if any, what are some things you have going on for our youth coming up or programs?
So as I stated, I got the drop-in program, and I also got the Impact Identities program. We're located on the west side of Chicago. If you guys have any young people between the ages of 12 through 24 that need a safe space, that needs a place, just, you know, a safe space, you can reach out to us at 773-287-5821. And we can get you in tune, and any information you need, for the most part, we can get you references or whatever the case may be. Yeah.
So how do you feel about the rise in violence in Chicago right now, and what do you think needs to happen to minimize it?
What do I feel about oh my God, that's a question.
That's a loaded question.
And it's crazy because I was just talking to Reverend Jones this morning in regards to like certain stuff that's going on in the area, and he was asking me how did I feel about certain stuff that's going on in the area, and I really didn't know how to answer that question. When he asked it, I paused for a minute, and then he was like, you know, what's the answer to the question or whatever, and I was just like, is it bad that I say I like it don't really hit, like, because it's becoming, it's like traumatizing, honestly, because it's like it's happening so often. So it's like every time I look at my phone, I'm seeing that something done happened, and I feel like it's unfortunate, and something definitely needs to happen. I feel as though we have the programs put in place, but I feel like a lot of people don't take advantage of them. So I think, and like I always say, if we could reach one person, we doing our job. So just continue reaching that one person, and hopefully we could, you know, just keep the ball rolling.
Yeah. So lastly, could you tell us why it was important for you to impact change, and also what is something you want the audience to take away from today's conversation?
It was important for me to impact change just off the strength of me seeing that the community needed something different. Me seeing that it's a lot of people, you know, even my age, me seeing it's a lot of people my age that didn't have this type of these type of people around them or didn't have these type of activities, and it took them down the wrong path. And something I would just give to people to take is the sky's the limit, and that deals with the success, that deals with the mental health. Regardless of what it is you're going through, the sky's the limit. It's all about what you do to make a difference. So
Amen. Yep. So if you are just tuning in, our guest on tonight's show is Vernisha Jones, president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, and we were discussing young people addressing what they feel it takes to be successful in the state of mental health. We would love to thank our viewers for watching. For additional information about our youth council, please contact us at 773-287-5821. Again, the number is 773-287-5821, and you can ask for Vernisha or you can ask for Miss Princess. Thank you, and tune in next week, same time, same station.